Don't focus so much on where you are that you lose your excitement about where you're headed. There's so much more that God has in store for you. Let that be enough to keep you going. Type yes if you believe. Believe it or not, the gifts and ideas that you're sitting on are the answer to someone else's prayers. There are more people counting on you than you know. Type yes if you believe. At some point, you just have to learn to go with the flow and trust that God won't steer you wrong. Type yes if you believe. One thing about life, things can change at any given moment. You can go from being uncertain to crystal clear, from overlooked to highly sought after, from guessing yourself to confident and bold. Trust me, your time is coming. Keep going. Type yes if you believe. I know you might not see it right now, but you'd be surprised at how far your gifts will take you in life. Stick with it. I promise you, things are already lining up to work in your favor. Type yes if you believe. Don't for 1 second think that those gifts and ideas just came out of nowhere. They've been there all along. God was just waiting on the right time to reveal it. And now that you know, it's time to go all in. Type yes if you believe. One thing about it, when you show up and use your gifts, God will always step in and make sure you have everything you need to make it happen. Type yes if you believe. I don't know about you, but I refuse to hide my gifts or let fear trick me out of my purpose. I know there's a bigger plan for my life and I'm not letting up until I make it happen. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's not too late to start using your gifts. Don't worry about the time that has passed. Just focus on what's ahead, trust God, and go all in. Type yes if you believe. Don't spend so much time worrying about what's next that you don't do anything with the instructions you already have. Perhaps God is just waiting on your obedience first, before He reveals what's next. Type yes if you believe. God, I pray you give me enough fire to last all of 2024. And then some. Type yes if you believe. May this be the year that you silence the outside noise, tap into your gifts, and do what you were created to do. I don't know about you, but this is my year to take more chances. Whether I'm qualified for it or not, I'm showing up, using my gifts and leaving the outcome up to God. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs to hear this, but God isn't going to penalize you for resting. Yes, He gave you the vision, but He also factored in the amount of time it would take to make it happen. Do the work, but don't forget to enjoy the journey too. Type yes if you believe. I don't know what it is, but 2024 just feels different. It feels like this is the year where everything is about to come full circle. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm excited and I'm ready. Type yes if you believe. Unpopular opinion, you don't Always have to move in silence. Don't let a few bad apples ruin your excitement for what God is doing in your life. Share whatever you feel led to share and let God handle the rest. Type yes if you believe. Those things that come easy to you are not random. It's God's way of giving you a gentle nudge and reminding you that He has already equipped you to walk in your purpose. Type yes if you believe. This year, I'm leaving room for God due to the unexpected. I don't know who needs to hear this, but while you're busy procrastinating on your ideas and being your own worst critic, somebody out there is praying that you show up. Don't keep them waiting. Type yes if you believe. Get in the habit of using your gifts on a daily basis. Don't assume that just because you have them, you don't need to nurture them. Yes, God placed the seeds there, but it's still your job to water them. Type yes if you believe. I know this might sound crazy, but sometimes the clarity you're looking for will only come after you start. Take the leap. Type yes if you believe. Sometimes, the team is just going to consist of you and God. It might not be what you expected, but I promise you, it's more than enough. Type yes if you believe. I don't care how long the process takes, don't try to cut corners. When it comes to using your gifts, go the extra mile and do it right. Being a good steward your gifts matters. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs this, but if you focus on the people who do support you, you be less distracted by those who don't. Type yes if you believe. I stopped trying to prove people wrong a long time ago. I'm just focused on doing what God called me to do. The fruit will speak for itself. Type yes if you believe. Sometimes the thing that you are least confident about is the very thing that God will use to make the most impact. Don't second guess it. Just do it. Type yes if you believe in. I don't know who needs this, but don't let a minor setback throw you completely out of the game. Learn how to pivot and keep moving forward. For all you know, this is God's way of redirecting you to something bigger and better. Type yes if you believe. I wish I had known this sooner, but you have to love the process just as much as you love the desired come. It's going to happen. God already said it. So, soak it all in, enjoy the journey, and document everything. Your time is coming. Type amen if you believe. Believe it or not, your gifts are not for you. They're for the people that God has assigned to you. The longer you wait to use them, the longer they are waiting to remember that. Type yes if you believe in God. Maybe it's just me, but I don't mind looking crazy. I'm more focused on being obedient, using my gifts, and doing what God calls me to do. That's it, and that's all. Type yes if you believe in God. Maybe it's just me, but I refuse to burn myself out just to prove that I'm consistent. I'd rather trust that God sees my efforts and believe that whatever He has in store for me won't pass me by. Type amen if you believe in God. Just in case you need a reminder, another person's success is not a threat to your purpose or gifts. There is still room for you. Remember that. Type yes if you believe in God. Just so you know, sometimes working harder isn't the solution. Instead, you might have to slow down so that you can clearly hear God's instructions for your next move. Type yes if you believe. I think if more people understood this one thing, they'd be okay with their journey to success. You can't out-strategize God's timing. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. The key is to do your part and trust that He will do His. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're too close to the finish line to give up. You're on the brink of something big. You've already put in the work, so you might as well make it worth your while and keep showing up. Type yes if you believe. Just so you know, you can be ambitious and still take time to rest. God sees your efforts and He doesn't need you to burn yourself out just to prove your obedience. If it's for you, it's still on the way. Remember that. Type yes if you believe. May this be the season where you stop seeking outside validation for your ideas and just go with it. God's yes is more than enough. Have faith and go all in. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs to hear this, but playing it safe is keeping you from reaching your goals. Stop focusing on what could go wrong and start trusting God for what can go right. It's already lined up to work in your favor. Type yes if you believe in. If you have a gift, use it. If you have an idea, pursue it. If you have an opportunity, take it. Don't make things more complicated than they need to be. This is your moment. Trust God and take action. Type yes if you believe in. The older I get, the more I realize that there is beauty in slowing down. I don't have to chase what God has in store for me. It already has my name on it. Therefore, it's already on the way. Type yes if you believe. Consider this, it's not that you don't have any gifts, it could just be that you haven't discovered what they are yet. But I promise you, if you keep living, God will help you connect the dots on what's already there. Type yes if you believe. I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't be so quick to count yourself out. Experiencing struggles isn't an indication that you're not equipped for the job, it's proof that you're trying. Type yes if you believe in God. When God gives you an idea, He's less concerned with you getting it right on your first try, and more focused on your efforts. That's all He's really checking for. The more you do your part, the easier it is for Him to do His. Type yes if you believe. I don't care how hard the journey gets, I refuse to quit on the vision that God gave me. Whether it takes 5 months or 5 years, I'm staying locked in. I know it's Going to happen. I'm just giving things time to fall into place. Type yes if you believe in God. Just so no, you are not a failure just because an idea fails. There's room for you to try again. Keep your options and your heart open for what's next. Type yes.